clicker. Cool. I got the mic. Thank you. How's it going? Good morning. Thank you for having me. My name is Jesse Grushack, and today I'm going to be presenting on Ujo music. Slides. Music consumption is up at an all-time high. Streaming revenues are up nearly 100% in the United States and account for 45% of digital sales. Digital music makes up nearly half of the global recorded music revenues. Music can be found everywhere, instantly, and it is almost always free. How is it that, with all of these statistics increasing, the majority of artists still cannot make a living from their creative endeavors? We believe the biggest problem in the music industry is that artists give away too much for too little. Ownerships in works and recordings are given to publishers and labels in exchange for a quick advance and increasingly less return. These large conglomerates use closed systems for identifying artists and works, obscuring their payment streams. As more and more music is created, the artist's identity is spread thinly across the web. Artists have lost control in the digital age. Let me give you an example. Here's a UK DJ named Fortet. Now, Fortet's been producing music since around 1998. His music is somewhere in between post-rock and electronic, and he usually creates all of his music with a laptop. He has his own website, fortet.net, where you could see some outdated tour dates and some live sets. And you can get mostly any information about Fortet from here. He's one musician from a small set of artists that can afford to invest in building and maintaining his own personal website. Having your own website carries certain advantages, like being able to sell directly to fans with minimal fees. But as we mentioned, most artists don't have the time or resources for making this a viable option for selling music. In addition to his website, Fortet has almost 500,000 followers on social media. On top of that, he's got different identities on Spotify, Apple Music, Resident Advisor, Deezer, and more. All of these places give artists an outlet for their content, but with little or no control of its presentation. Fortet has placed more places to reach fans than ever before. But where his fans really love to listen to his music is on SoundCloud. When Fortet hit 1 million followers on SoundCloud, he decided to reward his fans and giving them a new free remix. However, SoundCloud didn't like this, and the system automatically flagged his content for copyright infringement and removed it from his page. Fortet wasn't trying to sell his song or even make a profit from it in any way. He was just trying to give back to his fans for something special. Obviously, this made him incredibly frustrated, and at the end of the day, he put up with the nonsense. And I can give you another example. I think Vitalik, you might remember it last year at day one of DevCon when we had the audio stripped out of the entire video from YouTube. And this was due to the fact that we had some music playing in between the presentations. So, we could have probably tried to get an educational license or some type of information. But, we really wanted to give everyone the information. It took us weeks to get these videos back up because we had to cut it up, put it back up, and everyone was just trying to get the information out of DevCon, and we couldn't do that. And even if we wanted these licenses, that would have been very difficult for us to acquire. And I can give you many more examples, but let's talk about what we're doing to fix the problems with content ownership, licensing, and artistic identity. As Fortet mentioned in a tweet storm, maybe it's time we all delete and move on. Using Ethereum, Ujo returns control over artistic identity back to the artist. Think of the global empowerment that occurred when we gave every individual on the planet an email address and allowed them to communicate with anyone. Shortly, we'll be giving artists a new address that not only allows you to communicate, but allows you to send data, and more importantly, money. On the internet, there's always been someone sitting between you and your money, but with the combination of Ujo and Ethereum, we not only give artists a direct payment channel to their global fan base, but access to a revolution that goes beyond digital payments. Think of the analog version of Ujo as a street artist guitar case. Inside this guitar case, you can find all of the things that might represent an artist's identity. The records, merchandise, original compositions, and of course, some change. This case is always portable and is always with the musician. And this used to work because it was a physical container holding physical items. But apart from carrying around this case full of USB sticks with MP3s or cards with instructions to a website, how does the modern day artist own their identity in the digital world? Ujo provides a digital container where artists can store all of their digital assets. Ujo artists will have creative control over an elegant artist page where they can deliver an ideal fan experience for their content. All content uploaded on Ujo is tied directly to an artist's identity, proving their ownership, and third parties wishing to utilize this content can license and pay the artist directly without any intermediary being involved. Unlike existing music platforms on the web, Ujo does not own or control any of the content uploaded. Users are free to bring this guitar case wherever they want on this publicly owned network. Nope. Music and technology go hand in hand, yet the barriers caused by the weight of the current system have become unmanageable. The most groundbreaking aspect of Ujo is its commitment to helping form an open layer for the next wave of music applications. What does this mean? Artists create a homepage which they own, and it allows them to upload whatever they want to it. Each piece of content is marked with a completely unique ID that can be used to identify it all over the world. Fans and developers can harness the data captured by Ujo to build new apps and instantly license the music they need when they need it. By reducing the cost of testing new ideas and creating new art, we believe new opportunities for monetization will appear that look drastically different from streaming, downloading, or selling ads. Imagine if Fortet could have given all of those 1 million fans a special gift using Ujo instead of just putting another track on SoundCloud. Thanks to the beauty of Ethereum, apps can proliferate on the shared infrastructure together, with payments from licenses and royalties flowing directly back to the licensor. Artists and managers can set policies that anyone can utilize. We hope that by increasing the diversity and number of licensing opportunities, artists will have better incentives for retaining control over their creative rights. We believe Ujo Music can set the digital artist free. How much of a fantasy is this? Well, we're currently hard at work to make the future a reality. We're starting with that artist page, the home of artistic identity. To us, this is the base layer that anyone can build from. On top of that, we can add streaming services, curated content providers, licensing services, and more. The possibilities of Ujo's open platform are limited only to the degree that artist creativity outpaces that of the technologists. And we wouldn't bet against the creative powers in the room today. If this sounds like the future of music, that's because it is. Thank you.